Yep.
Hello. Sorry about the delay. We are live. Real quick. Of course, you can follow us on the Discord. You can join up. You can get to play in all kinds of cool games, just like this one. We have like 15 games and more planned right now. We also have a new merch store we partnered with So Nerdwear to make a nice, cool little merch store. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay. Anyways.
Looks like a no.
Nope. Neither of them worked. Okay. Well, anyways, tonight we are playing Masks, powered by the Apocalypse, A.E.G.I.S, Shield of Earth. Who wants to say what you guys did last week?
What else did we do last week? We rode in a truck for a while. Some naughty fellow. We were taking to some creepy super jail, but also something is amiss there with weird cultist people. And there was a rocket launcher. I remember that. A brief encounter with a rocket launcher. And a parking crash.
Yeah, just it's just a standard escort mission. You know, everything went fine. Nothing went bad. Yeah.
I was the only one who stayed on the payload.
I tried, damn it. I really did.
And you did tell her to leave. So.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah.
I was ordered. Then I kicked the door open, which that was a good idea. So
Yeah.
doing more of that.
Totally didn't almost end up with our guy escaping or anything. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, considering that they had like 3 separate ambushes planned.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got through with the skin of our teeth, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No problem. We're superheroes, sort of. Sort of. Makes me seem.
Alright. Before we get started, I'm gonna have everybody real quick. Starting with Saber. Who are you playing and who are you?
I'm playing Agent Roderick Wainwright, call sign Rex Alpha. I'm using the Brain playbook for that. And my name's Adam. You can find me on Twitter at starsaber_222.
Alright. Fox.
Yeah. My name's Fox Barrett. That's the part out of the way. You can find me on Twitter, Hereish, at Fox_Barrett. I will be playing. Wow, forgot my own character name. Mallory Graves, the Doomed, aka Malice.
Okay, and Wild.
Yes. I am playing Cliff Johnson or Agent Johnson, the Nomad playbook. Yeah, you can find me at Wild Engineer on Twitter. Same on Twitch.
And Robert?
I am playing Aaron Hunt, the Hunter. He is the Janus playbook. I don't remember my Twitter handle, but yeah. I am on Twitch at Ember622. So.
Alright. So, the cover of the second issue shows what looks kind of like a library. And you can see on the cover towards the back is a figure, very shadowed, dark figure standing over a book. And you open up the first page. The first page is Agent Graves' room. You do have a roommate. It's just like standard dorm style.
Okay.
One bed on one side. How's your side of the room decorated?
Oh man. Wow, what have I got up? Probably a lot of band posters for just really like sad, melancholy, angry music. There's like a Nine Inch Nails poster. Like I've probably got like a Public Enemy poster. Like stuff that's all like I'm way too young for this. Like this is way outside my time. But I'm like, yeah, man, back in the '90s when music was like real and it meant something. So yeah, there's probably like half of a Depeche Mode poster where I was like, yeah, these guys are like really intense. I'm gonna listen to them, and it was like, oh wow, these guys really suck. I'll just casually take this one down, so nobody worry about it. There's probably like a small stack of like books on the floor of like just varying titles that have been half read through. Probably like a copy of Catcher in the Rye like sitting on the top of it. Like a Michael Crichton novel below it that like I read like part of Sphere and was like, eh.
Okay. When you wake up, your room is empty. Your roommate is they're gone, and for some reason, you were under your bed.
Okay. Huh. Well, this is new. Yeah, I guess like, are the lights on in the room? As I kind of like start to scooch my way out from under, like,
Yes. Yes.
like moving past probably like a pizza box or something. Like, yeah, I guess I kind of like look around and like, is my bed? Is there anything in it? Is it like my sheets still there, or
Like your sheets and blankets are all still there. It looks like you slept in it at some point.
but just decided to abandon it and crawl underneath? Okay, that's weird. And so nobody else is in the room, so I guess yeah, I go out and I like check the hallway. Is anybody around? Like kind of
Okay.
stick my head out into the hallway.
Your roommate. Let me get a name here. Agent Weber. Let's see. You probably know her as Anna.
Anna. Okay.
She's standing at the water fountain, like probably outside like the bathroom. But she's just pressing the button so the water goes over the thing, and she's just standing there.
Okay, I guess I kind of make my way down there. It's like, Anna? Hey, you, works better if you drink it with your mouth. You doing all right? And I kind of, like, start walking up to her to kind of get a closer look, make sure she's doing all right. Just trying to get her attention, basically.
She lets go of the button and says, "I'm fine, thank you." And then she just starts walking off down the hall. I'm going to jump to somebody else. So, Agent Wainwright, what does your bedroom look like?
Well, I mean, by my bed, I have like a charging station for my leg braces, and then just pretty cluttered with like a workbench with a bunch of like half-finished gadgets on top of it, and then just a desk with a computer set up with like 4 monitors, 2 by 2, just with separate things on all of them. So,
Is there any like decorations on the wall? Any posters?
not at the moment. You can see sort of where some used to be, but aren't there at the moment. Like they'd fallen off or whatever.
Okay. Uh, your roommate is still passed out on the other side of the room. His sign is far messier. Like there's like soda cans and
Yeah.
half scroll drawings all over the place on his side of the room. What do you do for when you get up?
Well, first I just sort of stretch out a bit, move my legs around, see how they're feeling before I put the braces on. And then I get up. And, head over to the bathroom, take care of stuff,
Okay.
and go back.
And we will jump to Agent Johnson. What's your room like?
My room would be pretty bare bones. Just mostly whatever was in it as it came. If anything, you'd see a small framed picture of like a small pocket picture of him and his family. Something he would take on him all the time for when he would go flying for luck. Yeah, and maybe a couple records here and there, just so just some music to remind him of back home. Right.
Okay. 1 second. Perfect. Your roommate's his side of the room is very well kept, very military. Like everything's in perfect spot, exactly where it should be, folded perfectly, very meticulous. And what do you get to do when you wake up in the morning?
Probably the first thing he would do is probably just do his exercise regime. Just push-ups, jumping jacks, the like. Maybe go out for a jog. Just the same things you would do when preparing for being in the army or things like that.
I love how intense this kid is. He's so ready all the time. He's this tightly coiled spring. It's so good.
And then, Agent Thunder, what's your home like? What's your room like? What's your house like? What are your parents like?
My room is not barren, but there's no posters. He has a bookshelf full of books, mostly fantasy fiction. The entire bottom half, though, is full of zoology books, anything to do with animals, all sorts of sciencey stuff he doesn't really get, but still enjoys reading. He has his bag on the side with his he has his sparring gear and his football gear in the bag, and he has a bed. The one defining feature about his room is his comforter, which has a massive football on it, but coming out of the football is I've just completely blanked on the name of the football player, but the one that would always like charge into crowds. I can't remember his name right now, but he'd always charge into crowds. It's a picture of him charging out of the football, and when he wakes up, he checks his bed to make sure that he has a slit in the mattress where he hides his costume. He makes sure his costume is there and unchecked, not messed with. As for his home, it's a suburban home. It's not anything special. It's typical cookie cutter house, 2-story, no basement, small backyard with room for his little sister to play in if she needs to, but she hasn't been home in a while. She's had summer camp or something, or camp of some kind. I would be reading off of my notes that I had, but my notes have mysteriously vanished.
Fresh mystery.
Yes. They're somewhere back in the mess
Check
that
the
you guys
secret
can't see.
compartment in your mattress.
Yeah.
I can't do that on stream. I know what's in there.
Take us off.
Yeah. But no, his parents are great. His mom, she works a 9-to-5 office job. His father works a 9-to-5 office job. My father works a 9-to-5 office job. It's very easy life at home, though he is recently coming into a bit of monetary issues. He has to work now. But his dad attends meetings that oppose superheroes. His dad does not like the idea of superheroes in general. But outside of his room, the garage, his room connects to the garage, and the garage is also his personal space. It is his gym. He has a boxing bag. I can't think of what they're actually called, but yeah, he has a speed. Yeah, punching bag, like one of the ones that hang down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
The big
Heavy
ones.
bag.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then he has a speed bag and weights and such. He'll do his daily routine and go at it a little bit more frustrated than usual. Still, not still angry over what happened last time with his powers just deciding to, not work on him more than a few times. But yeah, he does get ready for, if it's a weekday, he's getting ready for school. If it's a weekend, he's getting ready for work after his workout. So,
Yeah, it'd be a weekend.
yeah, so he's getting ready for work then.
What do you work?
A burger joint in the city. It's a bit of a ride.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a bit of a ride from the suburb, but he can make it pretty quickly if he just catches the bus on time, which he's usually able to do.
Okay. So when you walk out into the living room or out into the house, you can hear your father in the living room. He's got the news on, and it sounds like a report about the incident that you and your team were involved in with the Templars, Jesus.
It's all good.
The Templars, and he you can hear him just, can you believe this? They're just battling in the open streets like it's a war zone. What the hell is going on?
Aaron won't say anything, but under his breath he kind of goes, it kind of is a war zone, but no biggie, I guess. Just rocket launchers.
Another day in Halcyon City.
Yeah. But he'll come out and ask what's on the news.
Just superheroes doing their thing, destroying property. My taxes pay for that.
I mean, you just want criminals to just walk away?
We have police for that.
And if the police can't handle those criminals?
Oh, why wouldn't the police be able to handle them? In every other city, the police do just fine. We get superheroes, and now the police aren't good enough.
Just Just to point it out, I mean, with superheroes comes super villains. You know, it's not like there's a balance to everything. When good rises, bad rises. When bad rises, good rises. It's kind of the way of the world a little bit.
I don't know what they're teaching you at that school.
Not much.
That's obvious. That's obvious.
Yeah. I'm off to work anyway, so
All right.
it's gonna
Have a
be a
good
long
day.
shift. I'll be back probably 8 or 9 o'clock tonight.
Jeez.
He's
Okay.
a hardworking kid.
Yeah. Works hard
Gets
for
all.
me. Damn.
That's the same shift I work now. I hated it. 5 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon.
Oof.
Painful. But gotta do what you gotta do. I need my car so I can actually get places. Anyway,
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that wasn't actually a real place. So the last panel we see before we cut back to somebody else is you arriving at work. You work at Knuckleburger.
I like it.
Oh, what's everybody doing back at the training facility?
I mean, so this is morning, so yeah, I'm still, I start following Anna, because she's acting real strange. So I'm just super curious where the heck she's going.
Okay. She heads back towards where the classrooms are. And she walks into one of the classrooms, the English classroom, and she just sits down and opens up a book, and she just sits there and she stares at the front of class.
And nobody else is in the room, I assume.
No.
Okay. Anna, it's Saturday, sugar. There's no looking up at the front of the class. There's nobody here. You don't have to. You can go back to bed. What are you doing? And no response, or
Yeah, no response.
okay. I'm gonna try something bold. I'm gonna go up and try and pull the book away from her.
Okay.
See if she does anything.
You pull the book away from her, and she, hey, why are you doing that?
Why are you doing any of this? This doesn't strike you as kind of weird that you're just in here totally spaced out when there's no classes today?
Why aren't
Just
there
trying to get your
classes
attention
today?
here. Sorry, what?
Why aren't there classes today?
Because it's the weekend. There's nobody here. I mean, in the room. I mean, there's me, but you know what I mean.
What day
You
is it?
okay? It's Saturday, the 12th of whatever month. I don't know. I don't keep track.
Okay. Oh, we'll return to my room then. And she gets up and she leaves the classroom.
Just stand there holding the book, in my pajama pants and tank top in the middle of this empty classroom, oh, okay, Anna. Okay. I mean, at that point, I guess, do we have a nurse or some kind of medical person? I mean, it's a training facility. I assume we've got some kind
Oh
of
yeah,
medical
yeah.
person
No,
also?
you have a nurse.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably just, still carrying the stupid book, just absentmindedly, just head to wherever their station is to go report that one of the other agents is acting super weird. It seems
Okay.
to waste some time, so I'm gonna head that way.
I will get a name for the nurse. And what's everybody else doing? The Agent Johnson and Agent Wainwright. What are you guys doing?
I'd probably be headed over to one of the gym areas to do physical therapy on my legs. You know, the whole thing you see in movies with the person walking with the rails on each side and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right. After working out, Agent Johnson would probably go to if there's a hangar or like a vehicle bay, he'd be there. He'd be just checking out his anti-grav pack, just making sure it's in running order. Doing just the daily maintenance. Making sure it's ready to go at a moment's notice.
Okay. When you get into the hangar bay, there is another kid. You know him as Agent Glenn. His first name is Alex. And he is standing there, and he has a wrench, and he just keeps dropping it, picking it up, and dropping it.
I'd probably go up to Agent Glenn and is like, hey, is everything all right? He's shaking him on the
Fine,
shoulder.
thank you.
Like,
He picks up the wrench, drops it again.
why do you keep dropping the wrench?
Is there another purpose for wrenches?
Yeah, it's a tool. We use it to fix things, make things.
You would know that
tools.
he knows this because he's a mechanic.
I mean, you know more about this area than I do. What are you even talking about?
Dropping that wrench.
He gives you a funny look. What do you mean I know more about this area? What area?
You're the mechanic. I mean, you're the reason why we were able to drive and fly wherever we go.
Is there books on this mechanic?
I look at him weird. I'm like, no, there's not.
Interesting. I will go find books on this mechanic. And then he just turns around and he heads for the door.
I'll follow him. And I'll take my pack with me.
Good call.
Okay. Wainwright, when you get to the gym for your physical therapy, who normally helps you?
Well, I have my the doctor who's been working with me is where do I put that? Carson Goodfellow has been helping me try to work with getting my legs working better without the braces as much as possible. So,
Okay, when you get in there, they are just getting there as well. Like, they're not set up or anything. They don't have anything. They seem completely normal. But there is another student, an Agent Flowers, and she's just throwing a ball against the wall on the opposite side of the gym where you'd normally do your physical therapy.
morning, Carson. How are you doing today?
Oh, good. running a little late today. The traffic was crazy. They had the whole area around the park closed off today for some weird reason.
Yeah, I know what was going. I know what happened there. It's kind of not as much damage as there could have been, at least.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's always a good thing.
So, while he's setting up, I go over and say hi to Agent Flowers. You said.
Yes.
All right. Morning. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Though my roommate was acting really strange this morning.
Huh? Well, it happens sometimes. I probably not the best person to ask about dealing with, people.
Yeah. I don't know. Like they poured an entire pitcher of water on the floor in our room and then just left.
Oh, wow, that definitely is odd. So just decided you didn't want to clean it up as you came over here.
Yeah. I maybe threw one of her shirts on it, but then I left.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I might have gone with some towels, but the shirt works too, I suppose. At least there was only one pitcher.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably better head back over there. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. I'm gonna go hunt down some breakfast. Alright. Does anybody have anything they want to do at school right now?
I mean,
Other than following people around?
Would I be able to see, in following him, would we happen to pass by my room at any point?
Yeah.
All right. And I would pick up my what do you call it? My I guess it's a gun. My gun on the way out.
Okay. At Knuckleburger, what do you do? Are you like front? You work on the grill?
I've been working there a while. I work mainly grill, but I'm also a crew trainer. Like I train crew. Today though, I'm mostly keeping to myself and just making food.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty normal early morning to start with.
Okay.
Especially if you're keeping to yourself, a burger order comes in, then that's I don't know, probably some generic breakfast sausage orders and stuff that you're just slinging
Curse
out.
out. Yeah, curse out that one guy who orders fries in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell you some stories from back in college.
Dude, I could tell you stories from like a couple of weeks ago when I worked at McDonald's. God damn.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
There's always that one idiot, man. Anyway.
Yeah, when you head back to to grab more sausage patties or something, you notice that something strange, like it almost looks like a beetle, but metallic and silver, like darted back behind the shelving.
I am going to attempt to grab it as fast as I can.
Okay.
Like pushing my body to the limit, because like it's obviously not normal, and it's in my workplace, so I'm even more like, no, 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 not like this.
You have impossible mobility, right?
I have impossible mobility and like super strength, super speed, super endurance.
Okay.
So
Yeah, roll to unleash your powers.
yeah, that does bring me to something though. Because I had an advancement last time.
Yes. Almost forgot
Yes,
about that.
I did take another move from a playbook.
Okay.
Take a move from another playbook. I took thick and thin skin from the bull playbook. Whenever you have angry marked, take a +1 ongoing to unleash your power. So, and I still have angry marked from last session because I don't believe they go away. Correct?
Nope, not until you clear them.
Don't think so. Yeah.
Excuse me for one moment while my computer is being dumb. Okay, there we go. Okay, computer does not want to let me access Roll20. Go. Come on.
Are you getting in?
Yeah, my computer has just completely decided to not work. Yeah, Google Chrome crash.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll let you do that, and we'll head back to the school then.
We can roll for him. Want me to roll for him? Or?
Maybe. Can I activate something? It stopped being. Yeah. Okay, I got it now. I lied. Never mind. It crashed again.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be right back. I'm gonna restart my computer. See if I can fix this lag problem. I won't be, unless that'll cause too many issues on the stream.
No, you go ahead and do it. We'll go to a quick break. again. Hello, we are back. Technical issues fixed. And you rolled an 8 there. And that is... So, 7 to 8, you can mark a condition. Or you can let me tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary.
How about you tell me what happens?
Okay. So what happens is you reach out and you grab it, and before you can get a really good look at it, it feels like it bites you, and you drop it, and then it disappears. But the look you did get, it was definitely not an insect. It was some sort of little robotic bug.
Do I have a way of contacting my team at the A.E.G.I.S Foundation, or way of
Yeah, I
contacting
mean, you
them?
have a cell phone.
Yeah, I call up.
Super cell phone powers.
I'd probably have Wainwright on speed dial. I'd call him up and I'd be like, "Hey, anything interesting happening over there?"
Well,
That's your lead.
mostly normal day, but one of the other people in the gym said their roommate was acting weird, like dumped a whole pitcher of water on the floor and walked out without saying anything.
Oh, great! It's gonna be one of those days. I've just found a mechanical beetle at my work.
Oh,
Some kind of drone, I'm assuming. It got away. I could probably find it, but I figured I'd call first. See what you think of it.
I can check with the other team members, see if they've noticed anything unusual.
Okay. I'll try to find this beetle and bring it back.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know if anything else happens.
Yeah, no problem.
Click. I'm going to extend my hearing and sense of sight and see if I can figure out where this beetle went.
Okay. Yeah, extend your senses, unleash your powers again.
Stow +1.
Full hit.
How
There we
damn.
go.
So you get... You're successful. You get what you want. So... you stand there for a moment and you're listening. You're listening and you slowly zone out the noises of the restaurant and your coworkers. And you can hear not one, but several moving. They're in this room. You can hear one. Sounds like it's on the wall outside of the little storage area that you're in. And you can hear like the little storage for the cooked patties, a little warmer thing slide open and slide shut. But you hear several, like maybe 9 or 10 little insects.
Did I hear one that was maybe like in a corner or somewhere I could easily trap it so I could catch it? Or
There is the one that you could hear outside the door. It is like it is crawling up like the frame of the door on the outside.
okay, I'll yell back to my manager and I'm like, taking a smoke break, and I go out the door and I attempt to catch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to surprise it if I can. So I have. Would that also be unleash my powers, or
Are you trying to use your
I'm trying to sneak up on it? Sneak up and maybe like slam the door open and grab it real fast.
Okay. Yeah. Unleash your powers. Trying to surprise it. Do it with a +1.
Okay. So then a +2 because I'm angry as well.
Okay. So same thing. You can either mark a condition, get what you want, or I can tell you how the effect is.
I'm gonna mark a condition.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark afraid because
I would
these
be.
these things are at my place of work when no one else should know who I am. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you have the book. What do you want to know about it?
Uh, Actually, I want to go get like a container and put it in the container and go home and take this to A.G.I.S.
Okay.
So I'm gonna feign throwing up or something so I can go home and head straight to A.G.I.S.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's. I mean, this isn't one of them games where you roll charisma for that kind of thing. You get to do it.
Yeah.
Manager doesn't even look up. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Your manager doesn't really care. Well, one of your coworkers, waves by to you, and yeah, you take off, and you're heading back to Aegis with the little bug.
Yeah, after getting my suit and such on
Okay.
home. So it takes me probably an hour to get there because I have to go my house, then to A.G.I.S. So,
All right. So while you're doing that,
and I let Wainwright know I'm on my way with one of the bugs. I text him. I don't call him, but
okay.
yeah.
While you're doing that, Agent Groves, you get to the nurse's office, and currently you only see one nurse. There should be two on duty at all times, but only one's in the room. Nurse Yang is in there, and he is looking at. And I thought I made a note of this already. He is looking at an Agent White, and he's looking at his finger. It looks like he did something to dislocate it.
Oh. Okay. So, yeah, so I head in, and it's like, ooh. Okay. Ew. And like, whatever chairs, like, for their little waiting room area, is kind of like, oh god, I'm just carrying this book. Toss it on the chair. Hey, nurse. And I'm like looking for a name tag. Yeah, whatever. Hey, my roommate's acting like super weird. Anna Weber. I think she's like missing time or something. You've clearly got your and his hands full at the moment, but could you I don't know, you got like a super science brain thing you can check if people are losing their mind? Listen, I didn't think this question through, but like Anna's acting real weird. I need some help.
Can you please get her here so I can look at her?
Here, sure, okay, I'll do your job for you. No problem. I'll be right back.
And then-
I turn around in a huff and head back down to stomping as much as I can in like bare feet because again I was just woke up and
Yeah, as you're like walking away, you hear White yell because assuming that he popped his finger back in. I know from experience it hurts more getting popped in than it does
I
getting
can only
dislocated.
imagine. Like, oof. Yeah. But yeah, I stomp back to my room to see if see if Anna's still in there.
Okay. Do you still have her book?
No, I tossed it on the chair as soon as I walked into the nurse's office.
Okay. When you go to your room, and they're sitting there, and she's got all of her notebooks open. They're all blank. And she looks up and she goes, "What happened to all my notes?" She does not sound weird anymore. She seems completely normal.
What do you mean what happened to your notes?
She,
Oh, I guess your books are empty, huh?
yeah, yeah. I was gonna do
Wasn't
my English homework, but all my notes on, oh jeez,
Hemingway.
yeah, on Hemingway are gone.
Okay. Wow. So first, that really sucks for you. But question. Do you remember going out? Do you sleepwalk? Actually, let me just start there. Let's start with some mundane explanations. I don't suppose you like have night terrors or anything, like where you wander around randomly and turn on water fountains.
Turn on water fountains? No, I've never sleepwalked. What do you mean turn on? Why would I turn on a water fountain? I'm a hydroform. I don't.
Oh, that's right, you are. Shoot, I should probably pay attention to people. Okay, so I don't want to freak you out or nothing. More than usual, I guess. But just not 10 minutes ago, when I got up, well, we'll get to that. When I got up from under my bed, you were out in the hallway just streaming a bunch of water out of the fountain, and then you walked into the English classroom and were just staring at nothing. You don't remember none of that, do you?
No, I just remember waking up.
Fantastic.
Here.
Okay, you're gonna come with me now, because that's spooky, and I don't like spooky any more than I gotta handle. So we're gonna go talk to Nurse something, and he's gonna check you out and make sure you don't have like a super brain tumor or something. And I kind of like open the door and I'm like beckoning for her to follow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this feels weird.
This is super weird. We should definitely get someone else to deal with it.
Okay. So you're heading back to the nurse's station. And Agent Johnson, you're following Alex, Glenn, and yes, that was the right one. And as you're following him, he turns a corner and possibly like heading back to his room, and he bumps into somebody and then keeps walking and then stops, and he's just looking around really confused.
Does the person he bumps into seem to think it weird, or?
Not right away. They glance at him as they walk away, but if something happens, you don't notice it right away.
Okay. Alright. I'll just keep on slowly following him. Just keep him a couple paces back. Does he seem to be looking at anything in particular at the end of the hallway, or going any?
No, eventually he just keeps going. He goes into his room, and a few seconds later comes out with like his shower caddy and his towel. And heads off to the bathroom completely normal.
What? As he comes out, I was like, "Hey, weren't you heading to the library?"
It's Saturday. Why would I be heading to the library?
I don't know. You said you were going to look up some mechanic stuff.
Dude, I'm top of the mechanics class. Why would I be looking up mechanic stuff in the library on a Saturday?
I mean, isn't that why you're top of the class?
No, I'm top of the class, so I don't have to look up stuff
Oh, he's so precious.
on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, my mistake then. I'll just walk back into my room.
Okay. Your roommate is now up, and that's Agent Elijah Velasquez. He's up. He's reading like an old worn Bible when you walk in, and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, where have you been this morning? And why are you in your suit?"
Oh, no. Thought some things were acting kind of weird. You notice anyone acting weird today?
I haven't left the room yet, man.
Haven't left the room. You weren't there this morning.
What do you mean?
I mean, when I woke up to do my morning exercise, everything was folded nice and neat. You weren't there.
Well, that's certainly strange. I don't remember leaving the room this morning.
That is strange. Is there any way to see if Eggie's telling the truth? Like, would that be like a pierce the mask or something like that? Or
Yes, you can pierce the mask.
it's gonna be really bad.
It's a perfectly normal conversation between perfectly normal teenagers, one of whom is holding a gun.
Forgot about that.
Ooh. A 9 with a minus
Space
1.
gun. See?
It's a space gun. I mean, it's still a gun.
Well,
Okay. Technically, you get to ask one of a certain set of questions, but because those questions don't exactly fit, I'm gonna
Right.
just. You get to ask one question. What do you want to know?
I just want to know if he seems to be telling the truth.
As far as you can tell, he is telling the truth, and he is certainly confused about everything you're saying.
Okay. Then it best be me then.
And, he goes, "Oh, hey, you still want to go to a Knuckle Burger for lunch today?"
I mean, like, how do you eat that every day? I don't. There's perfectly good meals at the mess hall.
I mean, yesterday, that turkey slop is more questionable than anything they serve at Knuckle Burger.
I mean, it's adequate sustenance. That's all we really need, right?
Yeah,
He's the best.
Knuckle Burger tastes good.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure if I gained an extra 10 pounds, I couldn't fly around like I usually do.
You got a rocket pack. What difference would an extra 10 pounds make?
I don't know. Ask gravity.
All right. Fair point.
got a rocket pack. Oh, shit.
Right. Well, I guess I'll be going to the mess hall like usual.
All right. Then I'm gonna go see if I can recruit some other people. And he gets up and he heads out of the room. And you said an hour. So after your exercises fill up, what do you do after that, Wayne? Right?
Well, I talk to Carson and say, "Hey, one of my teammates is coming by. I'm gonna have to leave a little early from therapy today, so like I said, wrap it up a little early and then send a text to Hunter saying to meet me in the workshop, so I can, because he had said it was a mechanical beetle of some sort, so I figure.
I just want to let you know what I'm getting. The image I'm getting in my head is the scarab from Skyward Sword, which I know is completely wrong, but that's the image I had in my head of this beetle. I'm assuming it's like a typical silver beetle, though, right?
Yeah.
Like a little drone-looking thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't get that scarab from Skyward Sword out of my head now.
Okay, I can see why. Yeah.
It looks like a little beetle, and that's what I imagine. Like, plus that thing was super fun to play with. Anyway, sorry, completely off topic, but I just had to. My brain had to say something.
Okay. Wait a minute. When you get into the little workshop that you share with some of the other engineers, Agent Flowers is in there, and she has like soldering tools, but she's like repeatedly soldering the same wire, and she's got a book open in front of her. Looks from where you are, looks like some sort of manual.
Hi again. Did your roommate clean up the spill yet?
What spill?
You said she dumped water on the floor of your dorm room?
Oh, yes. I think she did.
Okay, so what are you working on over there?
Do you move closer?
Yeah, I do.
When you get closer, she's still it looks like she's like trying to repeatedly solder the same wire still. And the manual in front of her that should have text and pictures is completely blank.
Oh, what happened to the book there? Did you... And what's with all the soldering on the same wire? That's not going to help anything.
I'm learning.
Yeah. I remember you being pretty good at that a couple weeks ago.
The book has been very helpful, and I am learning.
Well, one of my teammates is coming in to have me take a look at something for him, so I might need this station to check because it sounds like it's something I'll need to look at under the magnifier.
Okay, I will go learn something else. And she just sits on the wire, doesn't put anything else away, and leaves. And we'll go to leave unless you want to.
Aren't you gonna clean up your workspace first? At least put this in your storage locker.
If that's all you say, that you just hear the door click.
Okay. Yeah. And probably not worth keeping at this point anyways, so I go ahead and toss it into one of the scrap cans, and I sort of flip through the book. Are more of the pages, are like all the pages blank, or just...
Yep, all the pages are blank.
How about the cover?
The cover says it's a manual for soldering wires. Like correctly, placing your wires and soldering them and such.
Soldering and you.
Yeah.
This...
Soldering for dummies.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely something weird going on. So yeah, I sort of set that off to the side on the edge of the workspace and get stuff set up for when Hunter arrives with the device.
Okay. So this time, um, as you're walking back to the nurse's office, you're is or Anna's asking you, can am I gonna be able to borrow your notes for Hemsworth? I really need to ace that class, and I just
Oh, yeah, I did not do the assignment at all, so that's gonna be a no, but sure, there's someone else you can, I don't know, like, beat up and take their homework? I don't know. We'll figure it out, though. Don't worry about it. Let's figure out the brain thing first. We want to think of this as a priority structure. There's, like Miss Jensen's class, which is down here, and then there's, like, your brain, which might be broken. We're more worried about the up here part than the down here part. Okay, so let's just set that to the side.
And studying Chris Hemsworth probably doesn't require much in the way of writing, anyways.
A lot of looking, not a lot of reading.
Are you looking at her as you talk to her?
I mean, like we're probably like I figure we're standing side by side. Like I'm not like pulling her along, but I'm kind of like walking with her to be like, let's keep walking this way towards the nurse's office. So, yeah, I'm like, glancing over at her as we walk and
Yeah. So
talk.
when you glance over at her as you walk past your sanctuary, you notice a book laying open on one of the tables that you don't recognize.
Whoa. Okay. So that's bad. Hey Anna. All right. You can totally find the nurse on your own, though, right?
Yeah. Wait. Why? I thought we were going.
I just have to go take care of a thing. It's a thing. You should definitely go get checked out. And you know what? I'll give me 5 minutes. As I'm running away, like just 5 minutes. And I'm like booking it over like through the door of my sanctuary to go check on this weird new book that I've never seen before and definitely shouldn't be in there.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Doing great. Shit.
With that, we're gonna go to break real quick. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll go to our actual official break. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, not a computer being stupid break.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a little bit.
whole day. It's like an office job, but
Hello, we're back. We just discovered that there was a book laying out. You ran in to see it. When you get closer to the book, there's like it looks like a small summoning circle was set up on the table next to it. And there's a little card like you'd get from like a flower shop, but it's set up so that it's sitting up and has like a little thing scrawled on it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks open. Does your character, being someone who studies the cult, do they speak other languages?
Like I may have picked up like a little bit of Latin or something. Like that's fairly standard, like comic booky. We need to cast some spells. And one of the people that's helping me research this, like Izzy's probably taught me like just a little bit, but not like not much. Like I'm definitely not paying attention in Spanish class, so like.
Okay. Yeah, the book's in Latin. And if you read it, which I'm assuming you want to do, you want to kind of find out.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go up to this thing and like start like trying to figure out like what the hell is it, you know, like try and like look at the cover, like is it? It's just like laid out. It's not like glowing or doing anything weird, is it?
Nope.
Okay, yeah. Then I mean, like my first order of business is gonna be like check the cover, then see if there's anything on it, if there's like a title or if there's any symbols on it or anything.
Okay. The title of the book is
I'm a very slow reader.
The Challenger's Tome.
Challenger's Tome. Okay. That's a little weird. Then yeah, I flip back then to the page that it was open to and see if I can make heads or tails of whatever's written there.
Yeah, it's about a knowledge demon. It's how to summon it, what it is, and
Okay.
that they can jump bodies from contact.
Oh.
They can
Crap.
choose. It's not just like always. And the book says any symptoms of being possessed take 2 to 5 minutes to manifest. So if you bumped into somebody who had a knowledge demon and it jumped to you, you wouldn't know until you walked down the street.
Great. Okay. So I scoop up the book, head back out into the hallway, and is Anna still out there? Is she wandered off, or?
Anna's still out there. Do you want to know what that card said?
Oh, right, the card. Yeah, yes, I definitely want to look at that thing as well. Right, bolt out of the room.
The card says, courtesy of the Loyal of the Ram.
Loyal of the Ram.
did we hear that before?
I'm trying to remember.
Sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
You guys did not, but as somebody who studies the occult,
Mm-hmm.
probably would have heard it. You probably would have heard it in passing,
Okay.
as one of the more powerful magical orders that opposes the Order of Celeste.
Okay. So yeah, this is something Izzy would have told me about then, probably at some point in our research. Actually, yeah, I just realized before I take off, like I just wanted like a quick look around the sanctuary, like, kind of, is anybody in there? Like,
Nope. Nothing
Like,
else seems
like-
disturbed.
like pushing shelves, like kind of teleconnecting, like looking around, super paranoid, like who the hell's been in here? Okay. Then yeah, oil the ram. Shit. All right, yeah, but that's when I then scoop up the book, head out into the hallway, and go like start to run past Anna, and then kind of stop and go, huh. Okay. Good news, bad news. Good news. Probably don't need to see the nurse. Not a brain thing. Look at the book. I hope. Bad news. I think we've got some trouble. Somebody summoned a thing.
Summon the thing. What kind of thing?
A demon, like a memory demon, or like a knowledge demon. Sorry. And it wants to learn. Hopefully that means it's benign, but demons are weird. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some more help. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more help. And I just like sprint to geez, who am I gonna go to for? I think I would start heading for Cliff's Agent Johnson's room, if I know where that is. Like,
Yeah, you'd
yeah.
you'd have a rough idea at least.
Yeah,
You
like
can always
wherever-
ask somebody on the way.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's
But
just, like,
as you run away,
shit.
Anna yells after you. Does this mean I'm gonna get my notes back?
Yeah. And like run. I'm gonna turn We're gone.
Okay. As you turn and you're heading towards Cliff's room, you pass Velasquez, and he just, oh, hey Graves, you down for Knuckleburger?
What Knuckleburger?
Lunch.
I look down. Like I'm still wearing like my baggy pajama pants, which I imagine have like stars and moons on them, and like the tank top I sleep in. It's like not really a good time for a date. You know what? Don't want to panic anybody. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we can do Knuckleberry later. Whatever. Bye.
Yeah, right. And he just keeps walking as you run off. And Hunter, you're now at the training facility.
Okay.
Do you just beeline right for Wainwright?
Yeah, and I'll shoot Johnson and Malice a text as well, or Graves a text as well, just to let them know that I'm here and I have something very weird going on.
Oh no! The phone sitting next to my bed goes.
Oh, Johnson probably wouldn't even have a phone, would he? Or would you?
Johnson just keeps pressing buttons. It just keeps going on and off and on and on.
Doesn't know it's a touchscreen. He just keeps hitting the power button.
Just tapping out Morse code on the power button.
Nah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds about right. But yeah, then I beeline, right for Wainwright's room.
Okay.
Or workshop. Sorry,
Yeah.
he told me to write them at the workshop.
Yeah, you get to his workshop, and by now he's got magnifying tools and whatever set up. He's ready for you.
Okay, is the beetle thing still moving around in whatever container you put it in, or is it
Container with a mostly clean. Like got a few bits of raw burger in there.
Oh.
Needs must.
It did when you left. The raw burger's gone.
Oh, great. I was eating the burger. Great.
But otherwise, the beetle's still moving around. It's in there.
Okay. Yeah, you have quicker reflexes than I do. Could you get it into this? I pull out a clear container, since it sounds like it was just a cardboard box essentially that
It
you
was
had
like
it in.
some
It was a like
Tupperware.
Tupperware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
Not clear Tupperware, but
okay, well, just okay. I guess put it in this containment thing, and then one of the ones with the thick rubber gloves that so like once you have something in there, you can use the gloves to open it up. So yeah, could you put it in there?
I just opened I opened it carefully, reach in and grab it real fast and put it in the.
Yeah, I mean it's inside a container. It's not that hard. So you
Yeah.
get it. You get it all set up.
All right, so I first off, just looking at it in general, do I see anything? I mean, it sounds like you had said it was mechanical. Does anything sort of jump out at me just on first look?
On first look, whoever made it signed their work. It says on the side. It looks like it says Doctor Property of Doctor Proton.
Uh-oh.
Oh, just to note, by the way, Hunter is looking jittery as shit. He is shaken severely by the fact that they were at his work. So.
Just to double check, stuff kind of blended together between last week and the one shot. That was the part of the backstory for the team in the one shot, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just trying to. I thought that was from that one. Just wanted to make sure. Okay,
Yep.
so.
It was-
All right. Sort of. Is it so? It's moving around. Is it like trying to escape, or is it just sort of crawling around in the?
It currently it's crawling around.
Okay. So I like move a. So you said it was. I start looking at it in more detail, trying to figure out what it's for. Is it like recording? Like, is it like capturing visual images and sending it back, or?
It does not
probably be-
appear to have any cameras
Okay.
or audio surveillance of any kind. It does have some kind of complicated looking sensor. You're not sure what the sensor is right now, but you looking at it, you can tell that it has like sensors and it's constantly scanning for something.
Okay, sorry, just a second. I start trying to like peel open the casing on the back. Am I able to do that to sort of start looking inside it?
What are your powers?
Oh, well, once I get to that point, it's probably not quite to that yet. I thought that my scientific insight move might help figure out how it works.
Yeah, if you're
At least like how its power systems work and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. If you're taking a bigger look at it, use your move. If you're gonna tear it apart,
Okay. All right, so that would be fall under assess the situation, trying to basically figure out in more detail what it's doing, and then the move would let me ask a single follow-up question if like the power systems my power systems expertise is directly relevant.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to might help if I had that window open instead of Twitch, and then it okay.
Nice.
Damn, that'll do.
Yeah. All right. So can I? So it's clearly just trying to detect something in particular. Can I figure out what's powering it? Does it have like an internal battery, or is it transmitted
It doesn't.
power?
It does not have a power. It seems that it's constantly turning organic matter into energy to keep itself moving. So it's constantly scanning for organic matter.
And I do mention that there were like 9 or 10 more of these where I was at work.
And it's organic matter. So you work at some kind of hospital clinic, something like that?
He kind of gets dodgy a little bit. I work at a fast food place.
Okay, so it's not necessarily trying to get it living organic matter necessarily. Can I tell? I mean, it has some way of consuming the organic matter. Can I tell if it's something that would like be dangerous to humans or something like that? Like, would it eat living organisms for?
It did bite me.
Oh,
It's potential. And also, when he says he works at a fast food restaurant, you remember that 2 weeks ago, a chicken joint called McClucky's Chicken had its entire stock of chicken disappear overnight.
okay. So, but all I can tell is that it's basically just consuming organic matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, so it's consuming organic matter, but can't tell if there's some greater purpose or if it's just like mechanical piranha bug of some sort.
Oh, judging
haven't heard-
by the wiring that from what you're looking at, it looks like it might be a prototype.
Okay. All right, but at least there probably aren't. Well, you said there are several where you worked, so hopefully there aren't all that many. Right? Is there sort of anything I could use to, like any kind of material it's made of, or something that would make it easy for me to detect more of them?
You could probably use like a. You could probably detect. You could probably use some kind of heat to protect its heat. If it's constantly converting, it would give off a heat signature.
Okay. Think I've got an idea for how to detect them. Might need your help to contain them, though. Once we do, should be able to modify the sensors on my suit to spot them.
Do you want to see if we can maybe get one of the maybe one or both of the other team members in on this?
Yeah, probably a good idea. Just, better safe than sorry. If there is a whole swarm of them, gonna need some. We need to be able to. Gonna need a little more firepower.
Like I said, there were probably, including that one, 10 or so at my workplace. So
Okay. Yeah, let's go. I guess probably go check with Johnson first, with Cliff.
What a coinky dink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before you leave, somebody opens the door to the lab. Velasquez, he pokes his head and he just, "Yo, Wainwright, mass dude, You guys want knuckle burger? Lunch, huh?
I see. I would say yes, but I've had enough of that place. So,
Alright, Wainwright, you in?
Maybe later. Kind of in the middle of something right now.
I lean over to Wainwright and I'm like, "That's the place I work.
Oh.
That's kind of where the Beatles are."
Yeah. Well.
Alaska's just terminally unable to read the room.
I throw a whisper over. Yeah, but he wouldn't really understand me going in my suit. So, yeah, maybe later.
Alright, nice. And he'll leave. And then you guys, I assume, heading to Cliff's room?
Yeah.
Okay. Graves, you're at Cliff's door. You managed to find it.
Excellent. Yeah, unless it's locked, actually, no, even if it is locked, because I don't think I use my hand, I think it's telekinesis. Woof. Okay, we got a big problem. How much do you know about demons?
Okay, he's like, oh, Agent Graves, thank God you're here. You told me this was a phone, but I can't find the rotary dial.
Oh. Oh, and I kind of lower the book. Oh boy, where to even start? Touch tones are kind of a, never mind that. Listen, I promise we'll totally go over,
big problem.
how much do you know Android works in a minute. But,
he's like, oh, Agent Graves, thank God you're here.
Someone
this
was
was a
in
phone,
my
but I can't find the
sanctuary
rotary dial.
casting a spell, and they summoned some kind of a, knowledge demon. I don't think I use my hand. I think it's telekinesis, excuse me. Okay, I think it's jumping between people and sucking up words out of books or something. My roommate, all of her notes were just blank, and she's fastidious, so she definitely knows a whole bunch of stuff about Chris Hemingway or whatever his name is. And I think this is related. So, a little help.
Well, I noticed Agent Glenn and Agent Velasquez acting pretty weird.
God, okay. There's probably more than one of them then?
You want to look at Agent Velasquez's Bible? He was reading it this morning.
Yeah, actually, good call. And I tuck the book under my arm and it's show me.
It's just there on his bed.
And I just reach up my hand, telekinetic in, and crack it open. Is anything inside?
Yeah, his Bible, and he's full of text.
Okay, well, I kind of snap it closed. Exceptions prove rules. I toss it to the other side of the room. Where did you see him last? Which way did he go?
Velasquez was going to get burgers instead of the mess hall, and Agent Glenn was going to he was supposed to go to the library, but then he went to take a shower, so...
Okay,
yeah.
Glad I got you then. I kind of can't go in the shower, although, shit, if he's... Alright, it's probably already left him then. Right, we need to track down and look for anyone who's wandering around the halls, staring at books, which, in a school, that shouldn't be too hard, and, is acting super weird, which, in a secret government training facility full of superpowered teenagers, also shouldn't be hard.
Well, thank
Or
God
any
I'm
more
normal.
people.
So, what's our basis for weird?
Staring, you've never seen the Blair Witch Project, have you? Just acting weird.
No.
Okay, you don't know what a movie is, or whatever. I don't know, from whenever. They had movies in the 40s. All right.
Yeah, that was fun. Every time I watched a movie, it'd give you all... It was...
I've got to show you Netflix someday. Okay, right, so we're gonna need more sets of eyes to cover this whole area. We should tell somebody too. Shit, I never did get back to that nurse. Oh well, we're not gonna worry about that. Hey, do you know where Wainwright is? Like, I think it's time to like Excalibur up. I think like
Oh.
Scooby Gang going on a mystery hunt.
Isn't he usually in his lab?
At
We're
this
supposed to take him
point,
out.
Wainwright and Hunter would show up.
Oh, hey, perfect. Any of you guys know anything about demons?
No, I mean, I know from what you've told me that they actually exist. I've never, seen one or heard any scientific explanation for them.
I look over at Hunter. Like, anything you spooky?
Depends on the type of demons we're talking. Maybe?
Very, very. Like, hold up the book. Very, very literal ones.
Okay, not the ones I was thinking of then.
No, not like Daddy's drinking problem. More like, I've got your soul. Like that kind of thing. No, alright.
What I've read, like in books, fantasy, nothing real.
Yeah, and I like kind of set the book down. I flip it open to the section and kind of like lay it out for like everyone to see, and then immediately remember it's all in Latin, and it's like, okay, y'all probably can't read any of that, but, and then I explain what I've already passed on of like, hey, there's demons going around. They pass between people, and they seem to like to absorb knowledge, and we probably should find them and stop them at some point.
Wait, you said something about empty books? Like, literally pulling the information off the...
Yeah, like the pages are blank. Like my roommate's notebook was just blank.
Yeah. Flowers was in the workshop, repeatedly soldering the same thing over and over again. And then when she left, the book was empty. The cover was fine, but the inside of the book, that's
definitely the same thing then.
And Agent Glenn also asked about books on mechanics, which is weird because he's like the best of all of us in that. So
I came here with a simple metal bug problem. What the hell am I walking into?
Are you guys carrying the bug?
Are we?
No, it would still be in the containment thing in the workshop.
Okay.
I came here about metal bugs. I had to rush from work to be here.
Did you smash the bug?
Metal bugs?
That's how you kill them.
It's metal bugs.
It's like my drones, but shaped like a bug, like an insect.
Okay.
They're eating matter, organic matter.
Not like books by any chance.
No, like meat.
Rad.
And his finger.
And my finger.
So we have two separate problems at once.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah.
Okay. Brainwave. If these guys are all looking for books, because books are like the common thread in all stuff. Does the I mean, it's a school. It has a library, right?
Oh, are the bugs eating books?
No.
I hadn't seen him yet, and I don't think there would be too many books where Hunter found it. So.
All right. So, well, one thing at a time. Are the bugs eating anyone we know or like? Because I really think that at this point, we go to the library. Because if you're talking about books, and you're talking about books, and I saw some books, at some point this thing's gonna figure out, I gotta know where all the books are. Maybe we'll find it in there?
Yeah. I mean, does that say that the knowledge demons are dangerous or just curious?
I don't really read that much.
It does say that they're curious, that they are very hungry for knowledge.
Well, it says something I think translates to ravenous, so that can't be good. But hopefully that's just for like words and stuff. I mean, nobody's bid anybody that I know of. Present company accepted from Beatles and everything.
Okay, I mean, well, assuming it can't get into the classified archives, doesn't seem like knowledge, like it would be an immediate threat, or I mean, the rare book archives, but.
I mean, I'll grant you, but Sugar, I don't know that you necessarily want to be messing around with that kind of stuff. I kind of cast a glance sideways, just like demons. You guys.
How do we know to find the demon?
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? That's why I figure our library is probably our best bet, because maybe that's what will attract them. We're just looking for people that are acting weird. Like, every time we've talked to one of these people, like, they seem like they're never sure where they've been or what they're doing, and they're always doing something completely out of the ordinary, even for this place. So,
We
you
could.
could tell me about your bug thing. I mean, just,
Well, we
demons.
could set a trap for this demon.
Well, the other place that we think these bugs have been, it doesn't sound like there were any injuries, and it looked like a prototype, so there probably aren't all that many of them. So, yeah, that can probably wait a little bit at least.
Just put that off.
Yeah.
That seems a little less dire than, knowledge-sucking demon.
Wait, if it was a knowledge-sucking demon, and it was summoned in your place, why does that book still have? Why does that book still have words in it?
I hadn't thought of that. It must be whoever summoned it, summoned the demons into someone else, maybe? Or maybe they don't like arcane knowledge? Maybe they're looking for stuff that's more mundane? I mean, you said that they were like soldering, and I had someone looking through notes on Hemingway. And they may be looking for stuff that they don't know yet. And, I mean, I hold up the book. This is full of all kinds of weird demon-y crap. Demons probably know a bunch of demon-y crap.
Also, the book says that they have to be possessing someone to absorb knowledge.
Oh, well, also that. So.
Yeah, if we're going to deal with this first, we kind of need to narrow things down. I mean, yeah, the library's an obvious thing.
That's what I was gonna say. Is if what if we trap the demon?
Trap a demon. Well, you said it can only transfer itself through touch, right?
Yeah, physical contact. It has to hit you, and then there's a slight delay of a couple of minutes. So anybody you bonk into, it takes a while before you get possessed.
Like, what if we go to the library, look for someone who's being funky, and trap them somehow?
I know Agent Glenn bumped into someone in the hallway.
Did you happen to catch who?
I didn't. I was too busy following Agent Glenn.
All right. He would have been possessed, so he wouldn't know now who he was bumping into. So that doesn't.
I mean, I don't know the exact timing of whether that would have been before or after I ran into, before or after I saw Flowers acting that way. So don't know whether. But,
well, if we think they're going to the library as well.
Yeah. Does that say anything about getting rid of it once it's here?
I mean, exercising demons is kind of a whole thing. Yeah, I guess at that point, like, I'd leaf through the book a little bit, just be like, is there anything in here about, like, an unsummoning?
Yeah, the
or,
book
like,
says that a standard exorcism should work.
Okay,
There's probably one at the beginning of the book.
Much as I hate to say it, I could, like, reach out, I'm probably gonna need this Bible.
If it's looking for knowledge, we can give it the Sunday paper to read. That takes forever.
I like the gumption. We'll put a pin in that. It's a good idea, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah. I guess I grabbed the Bible because it's good for doing exorcisms. And,
Do we have any way of keeping the person from touching anyone else while you do that? I mean,
it doesn't necessarily matter if they're touching someone, as long as you know where the demon is, right?
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, I don't know that we necessarily need him restrained. We just need him around.
Because
more of the thing than the person.
You said it takes, like, what, 2 to 5 minutes to...
Give or take. Depends on the person.
I could just hold him down, whoever it is.
I mean,
As long as the exorcism doesn't take more than that time.
yeah. I've never done one. I don't know. So, it'll be a learning experience for everyone involved.
I was just for like game mechanics wise, I was hoping to use one of my moves, dangerous web, to set a trap for the demon.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
So when I reveal a trap I've left for someone using my powers, roll plus my mask's label, which is savior. On a hit, your opponent trips into it, and you get an opening or opportunity against them. On a 10 plus, you take a forward to pursuing it. +1 on a miss. The trap inadvertently leads to dangerous escalation. So that's more like I'm opening the idea up to you guys.
Oh yeah, like when we find someone, like you could totally like that move's meant to be used retroactively. So yeah, it's could be like we find the person, then it's like flashback to this trap you set up for them.
Yeah.
That's like related to your abilities.
It's just if it goes poorly, it could go very poorly.
We want things to go poorly. That's a drama engine. Like, yes, this is
Okay.
aces.
Yeah, okay, so, I mean, we don't want them to know that if they're already in the library, we don't want to let them know that we're onto them, so I can't be in my suit, but I can grab a couple things from my...
It's a demon. You probably want, like, whatever kind of super cool science sticky web shoes. I don't know what the hell you got, but whatever you've got, we're probably going to want it because, believe me, demon's bad, and so Lord only knows what's going to happen as soon as we piss it off.
Okay, I'll head over, get my suit on, meet you at the library then?
Good call.
Okay.
There's one other thing. Do we even know that's the only...
We super don't. There's no guarantees, honestly. There's probably more than one.
I was about to say, if we just, like, told everyone what happened in timeline, basically, could we maybe figure out if it was only one?
Like everyone around the school, or?
Or no, like, we've all had, or you guys have all had experience with, right?
Yeah.
You had it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still
I guess
morning.
a lot of people have had it when you woke up, I mean.
Yeah, we were all
I guess a lot of people
different sides of the school, so.
Yeah.
If you guys talk about it, you know for sure there's 3, and there was a missing nurse.
Wait, there were 3 all at the same... Well,
right.
I mean, you couldn't exactly talk with us all at the same time about what we were doing individually, so
Exactly,
I suppose.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
We're all waking up and then seeing these things at about the same time in the morning. So,
Okay.
there's probably at least 3 of these things, and we know at least one of them is probably headed for the library because it said as much.
Then I guess we head to the library first.
Okay. Yeah, when you get to the library, there's 4 people in there. Flowers is in there. Flowers is at one of the computers. Nurse Wade is pulling books off of the shelf and dropping them on the ground.
Oh, jeez.
And you can hear 2 other people in the back of the library. Like, you hear, like, a file cabinet opening and just, like, more thuds of books hitting the ground.
Okay. That looks promising.
So I'm going to extend my senses and attempt to hear... I don't know if this is going to work. It's totally up to GM discretion. But do I hear anything different about them? Like, is their breath, like, shallow or heart beating slowly? Anything that would give them away as to not being normal?
Roll to extend your senses.
Still +1. It's a 9. Do we want to use teamwork for this, just to make it, good,
How much
or?
is sitting in our pool right now?
Oh yeah,
I don't
how much
know
is
how
sitting
to
in our
do
pool?
I believe. Oh,
Because it carries over
I
from.
think-
Well, I guess time has passed, hasn't it? Or
I think it's 3. Because I believe it carries over, and then you get 1 at the beginning of each session.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you would know. I just pointed at my screen like you.
Yeah.
No,
I'm on the internet. Hello.
Graves, you would know about demons and whether they're different or not.
Sure. When you hear a demon in somebody, uh, yeah, like it's not impossible. It might have done something to their heartbeat or breathing. Usually the ones I've dealt with are a lot nastier. So that's and that's basically what I tell them. It's like I relay to them, listen for like regularities in any autonomic functions, basically.
And yeah, so I would make that a hit then, because +1 from team.
Okay. You when you focus, their breathing seems normal, but their heartbeat seems like it's moving fast
All of 4 of them?
on all four of them. Not like racing like they're in danger of dying, but racing just enough that they're not running around or anything, so it's definitely noticeable that
Like stressful day at work.
Yeah.
yes.
You see what little face you can actually see on Hunter go completely pale. And
that's a good sign.
he takes a step back and he's like, another step back. And there's and you hear him speak, and it's a very low whisper. And it's all 4 of them.
Can
I
we
think
do
I
them
kinda,
all at
like-
once, or will we need to isolate them and do them one at a time?
Well,
Oh,
here's a thought, and I like reach out with my telekinesis to grab the bookshelves and just wrench it in front of the door to like block the way out.
Okay, unleash your
I'm a
powers.
big. Okay. Hey.
Nice.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah. How do you do it? How does the bookshelf hit the door?
Yeah, no, it's this poor bookshelf. It's like the mystery section or something, and it's just chugga, 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 whoop, boom, in front of the doorway, just kind of like blocking it and putting something like big. Like I'm imagining like this giant school bookshelf, like that's pressed up against a wall. Like it's supposed to be anchored, and I just kind of like ripped that and shoved it in front of the door behind us to try and like keep everyone in here. And it's kind of go well. I was always a big fan of the big approach.
So when
Yeah.
it when it makes the noise of it slamming into the door,
Yes, it's not subtle.
Flowers looks back and goes, "Oh hey Grace, have you ever used the internet?"
Oh, buddy.
Ugh.
I was like, I have the same question.
I promise you we'll take this later. All right. Y'all stall him or something. I gotta get set up for this ritual. I guess.
All at once it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Is
Just,
there
keep him busy.
more than one floor to this library, or is it just us?
It's just one floor. There is a locked room in the back.
Okay, are there any other exits?
There's an emergency exit.
Can I assess the situation?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do that.
Good call, actually. Probably somebody should.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. But I can ask one thing from my list.
And don't forget to mark potential.
Yes. I guess my question would be,
And the GM still gets to make a move, so.
who here is susceptible to my words?
Who's here is acceptable to your words? In of the people in front of you, it'd probably be Flowers.
Flowers. Okay. Right. So I'd probably say, Flowers, what's going on here?
I'm discovering the internet.
Yeah, you should probably stop her from doing that. I'm
Alright.
flipping through like books or the
You
through the
sure?
book to try and.
You sure, Agent Graves?
God, okay. Just someone explain to him what like the most recent advances in global telecommunications
I
does
just
for
need to
human
know.
knowledge. It's kind of a big
Just a
deal.
yes or no.
I'd
Just give me a yes or
probably
no.
I'd probably be familiar with the wiring enough to know where the connection, like where the basically where the Ethernet cord enters the library. So I'd go over and pull it out to disconnect all the computers from the internet.
I don't understand what Werner just did, so I shoot the computer.
Yes. Take that free exchange of information. Blam. Not subtle, but
Okay, yeah, so
Yes.
the internet goes out and the computer explodes, and Father's just, why did you do that? I was learning.
I don't know. Apparently, the internet's bad.
Well, parts of it are at least, and who knows what would happen with these things absorbing the knowledge rather than just reading it, whether that would be backed up sufficiently or not. But yeah, I think it's time for you guys to go back to where you came from.
okay. So I'm actually going to use my Doom sign here. So I'm going to mark your Doom track to use an ability from any playbook one time. The Infinite Powers Doom sign. So I'm going to mark that to go over to the Nova playbook I have.
Oh, getting real.
Sorcery as one of its abilities, if I can find it.
Yeah, they have sorcery.
Sorcery. And I guess what that looks like is like I'm just kind of turn away from everybody there at the group, and it's just like kind of take my hand to my chest, and it's like, all right, you weird old son of a bitch. I don't like doing this, but I know you've got a lot more juice in there than I do, and I'm really kind of desperate right now, so let's let some of this bad mojo come through. And like I turn around, and my eyes have gone solid black. Like, not like shiny reflective black, it's like that Vanta black. You can't even tell like depth anymore. It's just like woof, totally gone. And I've got like the book in one hand, and like I've kind of cast another hand like up in the air. It's just start like shouting in tongues at these guys. Basically, like I'm trying to cast a banishing spell. I don't know that I'm letting the adversary cast through me.
Okay, which specific move from the Nova playbook are you using?
Oh, you don't take moves. You just take abilities. It basically
Is it?
gives you. Yeah, it takes.
I thought it
gives
said
you...
moves.
No. It's one of the things they actually like specify if you go like
Okay.
digging through like the how to play the Doomed. It's like super remember everyone screws this up. It's not moves, it's abilities. So it temporarily gives you like an additional superpower essentially that you can then use as
Okay.
normal.
Are you... All right, so you're
Yeah, so-
using that. You're unleashing sorcery. So that you're not really engaging. I would
No,
say
that
unleash your
feels like
power.
an unleash your powers. Yeah, because
Yeah.
now that sorcery is one of my powers, I'm unleash that. I'm trying to just kind of like throw out like this like spell to try and banish them. Unleash your powers. Which thankfully I'm good at. Hiya! I diggity.
All right. Yeah. So when she puts her hands out, now there was a summoning circle in the other room, and Mouse would actually know that normally you need stuff like that, but when she lets the adversary do it for her, these things begin to just appear. Like it's like there's symbols like begin glowing on the wall, and it is the lights flicker like the whole deal, and slowly the bolts of energy leave the people. They form into one thing, get smaller and smaller, and then disappear. You successfully. They're not possessed. They fall over. Flowers is confused as to why there's an exploded computer. But Graves, you have another problem. Currently, you've let the adversary have control, and he is
Yeah, a little
currently in control. And you see something. When he's in control, you see a massive door full of symbols that you have no idea what they are. Like, they could be cuneiform or anything. And then you hear in a like gravelly dark tone just, I will burn out your soul and use you as the vehicle of destruction. And then you snap back into the world. You have control of your own body again, and you're back.
I'm gonna point out that the moment everything started going all sorcery, Hunter just dipped out the emergency exit.
He's like, nope.
Yeah, no, he's running. He's gone.
So so at that point, like my eyes kind of like back to normal, and then my expression, like it was like super intense before, just kind of softens. I drop the book in my hand, and immediately throw up.
I rush over and say, "You okay? You okay?"
God, no, not really. Let's try to not ever do that again, huh? That was.
Oh, it was one of those things.
Oh God. Hey, good job shooting that computer. Thank you.
Thanks. We stopped the internet from ruining the day.
I just roll over onto my back on the floor. Did you guys have a robot thing?
Agent Wainwright, you get a news alert on your phone that mysteriously the NASA website and the Library of Congress are currently unavailable.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. That was that. I mean, they'll have backups, but they definitely got a lot of knowledge before they went back to wherever they came from.
I offer an extremely meek thumbs up.
Wait.
So, you need us to stay around, or I mean, I can talk to you later about this if you want.
Wait, come on, Agent Graves. We gotta go. So you should join me for morning exercises.
Yeah.
Oh God, why? Yeah, hey, wait, anybody see where the spooky kid went?
Agent Hunter?
And I noticed the
Hunter, yeah.
fire alarm going off because most of the time with those emergency exits, when someone uses them, it sets off the alarm. Yeah, try to get you out of here. We know the emergency exit door is standing wide open, but still, evacuation's evacuation.
Look over at it like, oh, we found a clue. Excellent. We should probably go find it.
Yeah, so I help you to your feet, and
Yeah, thank you.
so.
How are the other people, like the people that were possessed, like how are they doing?
Confused. They don't seem harmed. They just seem confused.
We should probably, man, fuck it. Everything is in.
Except for the fact that your camera froze.
Not just a camera. Everything.
Maybe we didn't stop the internet from ruining the...
The perfect pose for that freeze, though.
Yeah.
So while we wait for Discord to sort itself out, Agent Hunter, where did you go when you left?
He's just running in a direct. He just picked a direction and he's not paying attention to where he's going. So he's just running up the road north, I guess.
You just wanted to get away from the sorcery.
Yeah, it was terrifying, and he's already afraid. So.
Ooh.
That's the first time he's seen any of her. Like, he doesn't even know what the fucking doomsday. He just knows that she went very scary all of a sudden. So he was already scared of her. So
Okay.
he's running. Eventually, he'll calm down. Probably head home first.
Does it say on the character sheet how to clear?
I believe clearing afraid is something like running away from a problem or a dangerous situation, something like that.
Oh, hold
Which
on,
I
got
don't
it
know
up.
if that counts, though. It's not technically dangerous for me.
Well, you wouldn't necessarily know that, though.
It just
Yeah.
says run away from something difficult.
I mean, if you want to spin it, it would have been difficult. But I was just doing that because that's what he would do. He'd totally run.
Yeah. I don't think it counts here, because I think it'd be more like you're faced with a big enemy or something, and you're like, no, I don't want to fight, I don't know, let's say Messiah, and you just peace out.
It's like running away from a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was more just him running away in terror. So
Okay, hold on. The cameras are going to be a weird for a little bit. But hopefully Fox comes back. But for now, you guys you're going to go after Hunter?
Oh, we don't know where Hunter went. I think I would assume that he went over to the burger joint.
Okay, so you're gonna take Agent Graves and you're gonna head to the burger joint.
Yeah.
he'd go there. He'd go there after he went home. He'd change out of his clothes and then head to the burger joint.
Okay.
All right, so, it's a fast food chain, and this is a major city. There'd be multiple locations, so I wouldn't necessarily know which
You're back.
one to go to.
Yay.
So sorry.
Yay, you're back!
Yeah, my modem just bit the dust for a minute. Really sorry about that.
Yeah, my network was kind of flaky yesterday. I understand. I was worried it might do that again today.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens.
It's
You
okay.
did a lot more stable than that. I'm so sorry.
You at least lift yourself in a good pose, just arms up and everything.
Good. Awesome. Anything to make an ass of myself.
Yeah. Don't worry, it happens a lot to everyone. That came out really mean. Not what I meant.
All right, so everybody was headed towards Knuckleburger to try to follow Agent Hunter.
Yeah, who ditches his costume or not ditches it, but like puts it in his backpack and heads to Knuckleburger himself.
Yep. When you get there, Velasquez is there with a couple other students. So when you walk in, he's like, "Oh, hey, you made it!"
Hey.
He wouldn't know who I am, but yeah.
No, he's saying that to everybody else. But
Have we ever seen Agent Hunter, outside of his costume?
I had.
Wainwright
Yeah.
has.
In his civilian identity, I don't know that they're the same person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I asked him, and he was like, "Nah, you don't need to know that."
So yeah, I go ahead and use my sensors, see if I can see any unusual heat signatures starting with around the outside of the.
Okay. Roll to unleash your powers to extend your senses.
And when I see Graves, I tense up a little bit. So.
So yeah, okay. If it's unleash my powers, I'll say that on the way there I had adjusted my sensors, so I'll use one of my gadgets to use my superior instead of my
Okay.
freak.
Makes sense. You're poking around.
And since I had assessed the one of the drones, would I get a +1 on?
Yes, +1.
Nice.
Right, +1 forward for acting on the answers.
Right. So.
Good thing too.
9. So you can mark a condition, or I can tell you how the effect is temporary or stable.
Just tell me how the effect's temporary.
Okay, so
Or
you're looking,
unstable.
you see about 10. It's not like an overwhelming swarm, but there's 10 you can definitively pick out. Before you can check to see if there's any more, though, your sensor sorts out.
Guess
Ironically, it overheated.
all right, there are 10 of them around. Would I have sort of a general, like, would I have been able to tell? Okay, they're concentrated in this area, or
They seem to be in the food prep area.
they're so. Talk to obviously the two. Looks like there are about 10 of them. They're in the back. We'll need to, in the food prep area. We'll need to explain why we need to get back there.
Do I see them come in?
Yes. Yeah, you would know they're there.
I'll be like, "Oh, hey, Wainwright, what's up?"
As agents, we have badges, right?
We're sort of like weird junior agents, though, aren't we?
Yeah, you guys don't have badges.
No badges.
Not only are you weird junior agents, you're probably entirely illegal because some of you are underage.
Further, I never had time. I'm still in my friggin' PJs. Like, I'm not looking real official. Like, honestly, you're saying Hunter, like, you're not in your costume, but you were kind of giving me the eye when I came in.
Yeah, I kind of look at you like, I don't want to be close.
So I don't recognize you at all, so I just shoot back a glance of like, what? It's new fashion.
And I just wait.
So should I be wearing pajamas too, Agent Graves? Is that what we do these days?
No. What I've done... This is what we call a social faux pas. What I have done in the pursuit of justice is very quickly go out wearing what I sleep in. Never do that. That's not cool. Unless you're at a rave, and then it's kind of cool. But raves are not usually super cool, so don't
unless
sweat that part.
unless I'm raving, don't.
No.
Okay, hold on real quick. Just wanted to thank Giggle Fairies for the 50 bits real quick. Thank you guys.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for the bits.
Thanks.
Okay, now, so you guys are figuring out how you're gonna get back in there, and then two people appear across like the lobby of the restaurant. They're dressed in their full superhero costume, and one of them looks right at you, Agent Graves, and says, "Don't move."
What the
And
hell,
that's
man?
where we're gonna end today.
What did I do? I didn't do nothing. I just called the devil. No big deal. Everybody's got a little bit of devil in them. What?
I mean, if you look at it from probably security cameras, it probably looks like you just attacked 4 students.
I mean, just because I stuck out my hand and like beams of light came out of people and there were demonic abyssal runes all over the wall. I could see how you might misconstrue that. Fair enough.
Do you want to pickaxe with that shovel there? Come on.
I feel bad. I want to like make things right with Hunter, but like we just keep not having a chance yet. It's like I want to talk to this kid. I'm sure he's cool, but like he's really intense, and I think I freaked him out a little.
just a wee bit. He's not very trusting of sorcery in general.
Fair. I'm not.
And you pulled out the one thing he really doesn't like.
I was desperate. It was stupid. What can I say? Oh,
It's what needed to
Yeah.
happen.
no, it's Mallory's on the same page. Like, no, man, magic is awful. I fucking hate it.
Well, he doesn't know that, so
No,
maybe
no, no.
maybe eventually that'll come up.
She'll get there. Don't worry about it. She's smart and thinks well on her feet, and definitely doesn't have a lot of issues. She'll be fine. So we need to do like we need to do like end of session moves and stuff.
Yes. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot that was a thing. End of session moves. We will start with Wainwright.
Oh, I need to double check that.
We can start with somebody else if he needs to find the move.
Well, I suppose we can do the part about my shame first, since that's
Yes.
specific to my playbook. I'd say that since I was tracing down some supervillain tech, I at least was working towards making amends for my shame, so I'd get potential
Yes.
for that. Does that sound- Okay.
And then, did you grow closer to the team? Did you grow into your own image of yourself? Or did you grow away from the team?
I'd say I grew closer to the team. So I'd say particularly Grave, since I mean it was established when we were setting up our backstory stuff that I know about her doom, and I was checking on her after. I haven't had a chance to check in depth about it, but
Okay.
So I already have influence over him.
yeah,
Okay.
So I get
And-
to shift labels on.
yeah.
Yes. And you get to
And he marks
clear
potential.
condition or mark potential.
Oh yeah.
I'll mark a potential,
Okay.
which since I didn't roll much this time, only gets me. Wait, Wait,
Your potential
No,
does roll over from session to session, so.
yeah, but I didn't roll any misses, so I'm still at 4 of
Okay.
5. I was checking that.
Oh, I rolled a miss, didn't
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I want to shift. I feel like it'd be more interesting, like if we shift your savior up and your superior down, because like this is more about like focusing in, like you got to see us kind of like do like our big cool hero thing at the school, so it's like, oh yeah, we should be helping to defend people.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay. Graves.
Okay.
Did you go
I-
closer to the team or anything?
I for sure grew closer to the team. Like everybody handled themselves very capably. So yeah, I think in particular,
except for Hunter, who just
let me make
ran.
you feel welcome. I think Cliff
Yeah, who
definitely
ma-
made me feel
Yeah, Cliff made you feel welcome?
for sure. Like he's always like
Aw.
coming to me with these very genuine questions, and it's like, oh my sweet baby bird, someday I'll push you from this nest, but for now, we're gonna get you there, buddy. We're gonna get you there. So.
Okay, so if you don't have influence over here, you can take influence.
Okay.
And I will mark potential for my choice.
Okay. What is your potential track?
2.
You have been rolling really well, haven't you?
I'm trying, man. I really am, but
Okay, and Agent Johnson, did you grow closer to the team? Did you grow into your own
Yes.
image?
I'm going to grow closer to the team
Okay.
because I had a lot of questions. I feel like I have someone who's willing to tell me. So I
he
am
has terrible
giving
answers for you. They're the worst.
I'm giving influence over me to Graves.
Awesome.
And because you have influence over me, it's important for you to know if you decide to take advantage of it, you get 2 options to choose from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now be sure to look in the playbook for that.
Oh, that's right. You have Nomad, so you get all kinds of cool stuff for that.
his influence stuff is weird.
And do you have a condition?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I never had a condition.
Okay, so mark your potential.
Right.
And where's your potential track at?
4.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I forgot one other thing. At the end of every session, answer the question, did you make progress on defeating your nemesis? I feel like the answer is no, because
Actually,
I just
it is.
invited him in. Oh, it is?
It is.
Okay.
because the book and the Loyal of Ram have to do with it.
Oh, okay. So, cool. The answer is yes.
So the answer is yes.
Yay. Okay.
For this time.
Cool.
You don't
Yay,
you don't fully know it yet, but you have made some progress.
Okay, cool.
Interesting.
Yes.
And Hunter.
I'm actually gonna go with. This is gonna sound really weird,
I'm into it.
but I'm gonna go with grow closer to the team on Malice. As much he is terrified of her,
Okay.
he does respect that you have power. And he knows that because you have power, if he needs someone powerful, he could come to you. Even if he doesn't trust you fully.
Yeah.
But
shouldn't.
Yeah. So I'm giving you influence. I think you already had influence?
Nah, the only person I had influence over was Roger Wainwright.
No, I had influence over you. Never mind.
Yep.
I hit the backwards. Yep.
I care what you think about me, but you didn't care what I thought about you.
Okay, and I know you have conditions, so are you clearing
yeah.
Okay, you're gonna clear condition?
Yeah. I am clearing afraid.
Okay.
Because he got it out of his system mostly. With twinges, but
I have influence over the entire team. That's cool. Everyone cares what I think. Because
So-
I'm possessed by the devil.
are we just making her the leader then?
Yeah, who is actually the leader of our?
Oh yeah, we never did figure that out, huh?
That's never really come up. We've never really entered battle. What the heck is that move called? Enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team. Like, we've never had that scenario come up, so we've never had to, like, pick a leader.
Right.
But don't worry, there's some guys that are pissed at me, so I'm sure it's coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we all have those things.
Okay, so Wainwright, who are you and where can we find you on the internet?
Name's Adam, and you can find me on Twitter at starsaber_222. Just, random geek stuff.
Alright, and Graves, who are you and where can we find you?
Hey, I'm Fox Barrett. You can find me at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, where I sometimes draw things and I complain a lot.
Alright, and Johnson, who are you and where can we find you?
So I'm a wild engineer. Find me at wild. Just here on Mondays and doing random RPGs on Twitch. I'll actually be doing starting in February 12th. I'll be doing a look at counter roleplay.
Awesome. And Hunter, who are you and where can we find you?
I'm Robert. I am. I'm on Twitter at Robert C07332706. Big one. I'm also on Twitch at Ember622, and I haven't streamed in a long time, but I streamed yesterday, and I'm planning on streaming more. I stream League, and yesterday was actually a Pathfinder Kingmaker stream, as laggy as it was. My computer doesn't like that game. And my YouTube is still videos are still being worked on, so there's a lot more than I anticipated.
All right. And I am Nerdy Teddy Bear. You can find me in our Discord as Nerdy Teddy Bear. Actually, I think I got that changed to like Nerdy Torridor or something. You can find me on Twitch at Nerdy Teddy, and you can find me here a lot, 3 times a week now. So you can catch me again Wednesday for the VTM 5th edition Camarilla game, and on Thursdays I alternate between Shadowrun and Pokemon, and then of course Mondays now playing this lovely game. And thank you, Michi. I'm glad you love the game. And we are, because I remembered to set it up this time ahead of time, we're gonna raid unqualified Avenger Force. They are great people, so show them some welcome to the party love, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.